Did you know the oldest kitchen gadgets weren't gadgets at all? They were ingenious ideas for survival. Before refrigerators, people had to outsmart spoilage, tiny, invisible organisms like bacteria and mold. These microbes thrive in moisture, so the challenge was to make food inhospitable to them. Our ancestors used the sun, wind, salt, and even good microbes to preserve food. Each method removed water, added salt, or introduced friendly bacteria to outcompete the bad. This wasn't just about keeping food safe, it transformed flavors and textures, creating foods we still love today. From salted fish to aged cheese, these techniques are the backbone of many modern favorites. It's more than a history lesson, it's a story of human ingenuity and our deep connection to food. The salami on your charcuterie board and the jam on your toast, both are products of ancient survival strategies. So, let's open the door to this old world pantry and discover the secrets that kept humanity fed long before the fridge. These preservation methods are the foundation of our culinary world. Let's dive in. Drying is the oldest and simplest way to preserve food. Just remove the water. Most foods are over 70% water, a paradise for microbes. By laying fruits, vegetables, or meat in the sun, our ancestors evaporated that water away, halting spoilage. Picture a Mediterranean village in late summer, figs and grapes drying on rooftops, transforming into sweet, long-lasting treats. Dried foods like raisins and figs became essential winter energy sources. In coastal regions, fishermen dried cod on racks, creating stockfish. So tough it could last for years and feed sailors on long journeys. Drying wasn't just practical, it concentrated flavors and created new textures. The difference between a fresh grape and a raisin, that's the magic of drying. Over time, people dried foods not just to preserve them, but for the taste. This survival tactic evolved into a culinary art. No special equipment needed, just patience and the right weather. Drying is a testament to how necessity can spark delicious innovation. It's a method that's still with us, from jerky to sun-dried tomatoes. The next time you snack on dried fruit, remember, you're tasting history. Drying made food last and made it better. That's true kitchen genius. If drying is the oldest trick, salting is its powerful cousin. Salt draws water out of food and creates an environment where most bacteria can't survive. Ancient armies and sailors relied on salted meat to feed them for months. Cultures worldwide developed unique salt-cured foods. Prosciutto in Italy, salted herring in Northern Europe. Salt didn't just preserve, it transformed, creating new flavors and textures. Salt was so valuable it became currency. Roman soldiers were sometimes paid in salt, giving us the word salary. Trade routes and cities grew around the salt trade. This humble mineral was a cornerstone of civilization, enabling food storage, city growth, and exploration. Salt's impact on history is immense. It allowed people to store food surpluses and build societies, all from a simple sprinkle. Fermentation flips the script, encouraging good microbes to protect our food. Beneficial bacteria and yeasts transform sugars into acids or alcohol, creating natural preservatives. Cheese starts with milk and friendly bacteria, which turn it into curds and whey, then aging develops flavor. Kimchi and sauerkraut use salt and lactic acid bacteria to preserve cabbage and create tangy, complex flavors. Fermentation also gives us bread, beer, and wine. Yeast turns sugars into bubbles or alcohol. For centuries, people saw fermentation as magic, not science. They followed recipes, trusting invisible helpers to transform perishable ingredients into stable, delicious foods. Fermentation didn't just preserve, it enhanced nutrition and created iconic flavors. It's a partnership with the microbial world, a culinary dance with biology. Foods like yogurt, miso, and kombucha all owe their existence to this ancient method. Fermentation is everywhere, from your breakfast toast to your evening glass of wine. It's preservation with a twist of flavor. The magic is real, and it's delicious. That's the power of friendly microbes. Pickling preserves food by creating an acidic environment where spoilage microbes can't survive. There are two main ways. Fermentation, where bacteria produce acid, and vinegar pickling, where you add acid directly. Vinegar itself is a product of fermentation, turning alcohol into acetic acid. Submerge cucumbers, onions, or beets in vinegar, and you've got pickles that last for months. In Eastern Europe, families pickled summer vegetables to survive harsh winters. Crocks of cucumbers, jars of beets, all preserved for the cold months. Pickling wasn't just practical. It created bold, tangy flavors that brighten up any meal. Every culture has its own pickling traditions, from American bread and butter pickles to Indian achar. Pickles cut through rich foods and add excitement to simple dishes. What started as a survival tactic became a beloved culinary tradition. Pickling is proof that necessity can lead to delicious innovation. It's a simple solution with a world of flavor. The humble pickle is a global superstar. Sugar preserves food much like salt by drawing out water and stopping microbes in their tracks. High sugar environments like honey or jam are too dry for bacteria and mold to survive. Making jam involves cooking fruit with sugar, releasing pectin and creating a sweet, shelf-stable spread. A spoonful of strawberry jam in winter is a taste of summer preserved by science. Candied fruit, made by simmering fruit in sugar syrup, was a luxury treat that could last for months. For most of history, sugar was rare. Honey was the main sweetener and preservative. Ancient Egyptians and Greeks used honey to preserve fruit and even meat. Only in the 19th century did sugar become widely available, making jams and candies common. Sugar's power to prevent decay was legendary even before we understood the science. Today, jams, jellies, and candied fruits are sweet reminders of this preservation method. Sugaring turned fleeting harvests into lasting delights. It's the science of sweetness. Smoking is an ancient technique that preserves and flavors food. Exposing meat or fish to smoke adds antimicrobial compounds and dries the surface, slowing spoilage. Traditional smokehouses filled with bacon or salmon use low heat and aromatic wood for days. The result food that's both preserved and delicious. Smoking, combined with salting, created staples like ham, bacon, and sausages. Different woods, hickory, applewood, mesquite, add unique flavors. Around the world, smoked foods became regional specialties. Scottish smoked haddock, Spanish smoked paprika, global smoked salmon. Smoking was about survival, but it became a signature of culinary identity. The flavor of smoke is now as important as preservation. Smoking is a perfect example of necessity turning into art. It's flavor with a purpose. Canning is a modern marvel, invented in the 1800s by Nicolas Appert to feed Napoleon's armies. He discovered that sealing food in jars and boiling them kept food from spoiling, even if he didn't know why. Louis Pasteur later explained, heating kills microbes, and the airtight seal keeps them out. Canning changed everything. Suddenly, fruits and vegetables could be enjoyed out of season, tasting almost fresh. It revolutionized food transport and storage, fueling the growth of cities. The mason jar made home canning safe and accessible, turning it into a family tradition. Canning democratized food preservation, empowering people to control their food supply. A pantry full of colorful jars became a symbol of security and hard work. Canning is a blend of science and tradition. It's a modern solution with roots in ancient needs. The jar became a tool of empowerment. Today, with fridges and freezers, ancient preservation methods might seem obsolete, but they're everywhere. We crave the flavors these techniques create. Cured meats, pickles, cheeses, jams, your favorite sandwich? It's a showcase of preserved foods. Cured meats, fermented cheese, pickled peppers. These methods evolved from survival tactics to culinary arts. They're not just history, they're alive in every cuisine. Our ancestors turned necessity into delicious innovation. Sauerkraut from cabbage, raisins from grapes, bacon from pork. They were the original food scientists, using sun, salt, smoke, and time to transform food. Their discoveries shaped the world's cuisines. Every jar of pickles or slice of aged cheese is a taste of history. Preservation is a story of survival, creativity, and flavor. The fridge didn't replace these methods, it joined them. Our plates are filled with the legacy of preservation.